Let me guess. Lesbian scene. I can see this thing come on. Lesbian scene coming up.
In the
Watch.
list before the Nothosaurus went all crazy? It seems super important. It was. The truth is, Sammy, I've fallen for you.
I am a prophet. I'm telling you, I'm a prophet. Karibu, karibu to the channel. Welcome back. This is Albert Nyakundi. Now, the great Voldemort, Andrew Tate. So he had a case there in the UK. A couple of cases. One has been dismissed. Another. So he's had a series of cases that have been dismissed. All those big ones are saying horrible human. The thing is, I've never bought it because it was obvious to see what's going on. Yes, I don't care what you think, or you're saying it's misogyny, is what. Don't care. Now, I also don't care much for all the other virtue signal about he does this, he did a webcam business. Yeah, don't care. Now, the thing is, he's come on Piers Morgan's uncensored show to talk about it. So we're gonna react, just to continue to to keep things on the straight and narrow, because there's too much bullshit going on, and I am not one of those people who gives disclaimers. Oh, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't do that because those are cowardly uh, statements. Generally speaking, there are a lot of the things I agree with him. That's why when I say that, I mean mostly. Yes, so even Piers Morgan, I agree with him mostly, but he can also get insane, say stupid shit, or maybe it's just things I don't like, which is normal. So, you know, keep things in perspective, because we don't care about your feelings over here. To the
A High
records.
Court civil case. For
Okay.
controversial influencer Andrew Tate will face no
You
criminal.
know, the thing is with media, when they call someone controversial, it is just something to draw, to put a slant on someone. It's controversial. Who said it's controversial? Ooh, a lot of the things this guy says are just the most normal things. It's just that he's so effective at communicating and branding in this new era, man. Like the way he does it, you see, like most people should just sit down and watch what this guy does in terms of branding himself, selling his courses, going to Dubai, whatever they do. For all I know, they could be doing very nefarious things. I don't know, so I don't make judgments on things I don't know. But the things I know, that the ones that he was accused of, those ones I know that they were not true, because all the signs are there, including a lot of evidences, and the fact that the people that put up the cases just never got to go to court with him. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Just house arrest, then they release him, then he travels, then he goes. They're not like, what is going on? It looks like an open and shut case, but it's not, because there's a lot of evidence to suggest there's a lot of bullshit. It was cooked. Anyway, let's continue.
Charges over allegations
To
made by
Kunye
multiple
Uji.
women who are suing him in a UK High Court civil case. 4 women have accused Tate of sexual violence in 2015. The Crown Prosecution Service said today that the legal test to bring criminal charges had not been met in that case specifically. Well, Andrew Tate joins me now.
You see, it's the language. It does not mean make this get. They have no evidence. You see, when you see somebody is being gone after like this, when they hate you, if they are to put you inside and you did something, they'll find it and you're gone. With him, they couldn't. That's just a fact. And you see, the thing is, I've noticed is that a lot of people are under scrutiny. A lot of these people that are called controversial, they are under a lot of scrutiny. But all they can find about them is, they wrote this tweet here, they wrote this Facebook post here, they don't like women, the usual bullshit. It's not real. It's not like crimes like these are horrible. No, it's not. So the crimes part has to be added, and they can't, and they just find it's just normal people who have talents that that are not working for them. Because I'm sure if Andrew kept on pandering to feminism and what, he'd be a high flyer. I think we would hate him. He wouldn't have as much power, also, I think, because a lot of work people think they have power, but they just their handouts. Your organization is funded here, and then you're called for an event here. Anyway,
To discuss this,
I
Andrew Tate,
digress.
welcome back to Uncensored. Just to be
How are you,
clear,
sir?
so for those who have not been following the multiple cases that you've been involved with, tell me what it is that you've been
mouth is
addressed
so
with
dry.
today in relation to these specific charges.
Yeah, for anyone who's not been following, I can make it very simple. I became the most Googled man in the world, and I was saying things they
He
didn't
likes
like, and
saying
all of a
that.
sudden,
The thing is, that's true, but he's such a lure. You know, I was the most Googled man in the world. Eh? Don't joke with her. Who are you? Andrew Tate.
every single country I'd ever stepped foot in started attacking me with all these strange legal cases from decades ago. And the process is the punishment. You and I have been speaking for a long time. We're old friends. And every time we speak, there seems to be some new case against me. And you quite, rightly say, we'll wait to see what happens in court. And here we are 4 or 5 years later, and they all fall by the wayside. So every single member of parliament, Vice News, BBC, every single person who said they've spoken to my victims has spoken to one of these girls. And the CPS has just said that these girls don't even have enough evidence to allow me to be charged, proving that they were lying all along. We know that people lie, both men and women, especially where there's a financial incentive. So this is just one step closer to my complete exoneration, sir.
Okay, but as I understand,
You guys, I was going to check that. I don't know if it's State University or they call it. They are like you can't enter there if you don't have money. These guys are creating kind of this group of people that have just money. Like they're making money online, crypto. I'm sure there's mining, stocks, content, everything. And you see the connections they do in Saudi, in what they call UAE, Dubai, what? My friend, when you get your following online, it's gold. You can leverage online following just like a celebrity. The celebrity have done for years. Now this guy is a celebrity by himself because of social media. You see, this is just a side thing, but you see, it's practical, ain't it? Like, yes. Okay,
understand it, and correct me if your understanding is different to this. As I understand it, this is one case involving 4 women who are concurrently running a high court civil case against you. So they will have...
For me, once somebody goes civil, my trust level drops significantly. It's not always the case, but most of the case it means you're just trying to get paid. And you see, a lot of the times, if it's a rich person, they do the math, like, okay, just pay them off, blah, blah, blah. So that's normally the process. In the West, it's very litigious. People, third one, you're suing me for what? I give you my sofa. So people have a lot of wealth. It is what it is. And you see, we don't have that culture here. It's the rich people that run the system. So you're going to court what? You just pay the judge and like, although we've had some, and you see, we had some people who've won. But those people who've won have also been rich. They go pay judge straight. And you see, a lot of the times people do those things because they have immunity due to proximity to power and resources. It is
their
what it
case
is.
in a civil case, but it won't be criminal now. But that doesn't impact the other constabulary, which brought 21 charges against you and your brother Tristan earlier this year, right? That's still ongoing and still separate to this.
That's correct. So these 4 girls, they did a crowdfund and they begged the world for money. And they spoke to loads of MPs and Vice News, etc. And it turns out they have no evidence at all. They begged the world for money, and now they're suing me for money. They're desperate for money. And then they went to the police, and the police said they have no evidence. So that's all gone. The reason that the case against me here with these 4 girls was thrown out is because I know who the 4 girls are. So I simply just sent the text messages. Remember, I've been investigated. I haven't resisted any investigations. I'm one of the most investigated men on the planet. I'm more...
And you see, that's the weird thing. If they got, like, from those text messages, because they took a lot of their phones, electronics, blah, 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 the access all the way, and the texts are there. Like we would know, because in my mind, if you really want to destroy a guy like this, you just show the texts of him, like, but then the text show that the girls want the thing. You see, we all pretend like a guy like this would not get Mamazu, like especially of the commercial kind. I mean, he has the money. Like, what are we talking about here? Like our old men here with their pot bellies, they're collecting, they're collecting, they're collecting, and they're swiping this mamas left, right, and center. Yes. So what is this bullshit that comes up when people go into media narratives? Like, now let's park reality on the side. Most of the time it's very easy. Oh, look at these texts, look at this what, because everything they say, oh look, he beat this girl here. Then you go, the girl comes and say, no, we are all playing. Then you're like, what is wrong with you people? You see, for me, I'm so, what is the word? I question everything now, because there's too many people who lie, and too many people who believe bullshit, so they pass it on so confidently, and they're like, you have not even checked the source.
Innocent than probably everyone else in that studio, because I've been investigated head to toe. I have cooperated with the police. I provided proof. I provided text message conversations that these girls are lying, and the case was thrown out. The other case you're describing, with the 21 charges from forever ago, the CPS won't tell me who the girls are, because they know if they tell me who the girls are, then I will prove that the girls are lying before they can charge.
What's up with that? That some random anonymous people can charge you, and like that's nonsense. Let's just be real about it. No, you have any jurisdiction in the world that claims to follow this Western system in whatever. I don't actually think they are totally Western, but we've taken variation of it. But you have a right to face your accuser. Yes, people can't just anonymously accuse you of things. Say, no, those ones are so fragile there. No, we'll destroy your life, but just no. You have to show me. Yeah, there's no other argument that constitutes fairness. I don't care the argument about, oh, if somebody goes to court, why wouldn't you want to be known? Yes, he did this to me, he did me, sure, and it's fact. Why do you have to hide this stuff? Oh, he'll be for no. In fact, I know 100% sure if there was evidence that this guy had done some stuff, a lot of his fans will drop him, and it will be crazy. It will be easy to destroy somebody like this. That's all I'm saying. But they're not giving us the goods, homies.
Remand, drag me through a trial. So their intention is to not tell me who they are, which is incredible to me. That they're saying you're charged and you need to go to jail. We want to remand you.
Spend money, time,
but we won't tell you who the people are.
Yeah.
So I can't possibly defend myself, because that's a setup. That's a matrix attack. But once I find out who they are, that case will once again be dismissed, just like this one was.
Okay.
And
no, I'm going to make the point that I just want to be clear to viewers who are trying to follow all this, because it's complicated.
Yeah.
It really is
complicated. And I hate to interrupt you, sir, because I want you to talk. The only reason it's complicated is because they're trying very hard to drag up imaginary cases from the sky, and they keep collapsing. It'd be very simple if I'd done something wrong.
Well, it is certainly.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I think
that's
it's
what I'm
important
saying.
to use the correct language about what has happened here. It is a significant development. Clearly, the case that was brought against you by Hertfordshire police involving these 4 women, they have said they couldn't find evidence that met the bar for a criminal prosecution against you. It doesn't mean they can't continue these 4 women to continue the civil case against you, and it has no bearing, as we sit here, on the separate case brought against you by Bedfordshire Police, which the CPS announced separately in May, where it authorised 21 charges against you and Tristan, which included 10 against you relating to 3 alleged victims, including rape, actual bodily harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. Tristan faces 11 charges connected to 1 alleged victim, including rape, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking. So that is ongoing. Nothing that's happened today has any bearing on that prosecution by Bedfordshire Police. That's correct.
That's correct. And the reason that's ongoing, unlike the other one from Hertfordshire Police.
You see, a lot of this is they try to create many variations of the thing so that they can go after. This one gets stopped, the next one, then civil case, the end. Then, civil case, it's so that Often it's just bullshit. It's now a money game. The courts have to make money. Lawyers have to make money. You're right there. So
Because
anyway,
they won't tell me who these victims are.
you have to tell
And they
people
won't
who it
because
is.
they know I'll get it thrown out in a week. I'll just say, well, here's the text messages proving they're lying. That's the end of the
But
case.
if they go to the civil case, I'm quite sure. But although I've seen even there, like here, like sometimes they just have it like they will not allow some evidence. They just do some shit. But it's getting difficult because these days you can't really hide information, and these people have followings. People can hound you, Bana. No, you have to show us the truth, Bana. So it is what it is. I'm happy that the one of those court cases has been, because I don't want to watch everything, because he said basically everything. So they rehash about the accusers. Did I know the accusers? What thing is the first since the beginning? There's something I wanted. There's something because also like a lot of these women come out with videos. No, Andrew treated us well. Blah 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 blah. Those two misogynistic. Me, every time somebody comes with that misogyny stuff, I'm like, I don't care. I don't actually care for it. You accuse me. I don't care. It's useless. It's a useless accusation. What did I eat? That what? Somebody will call me a misogynistic. We'll never do anything together. We never have that kind of camaraderie to business or what. I wouldn't even if I'm selling a product, you're not like the core market, because I've seen what that kind of ideological slant does to products and brands. I'm like, okay, if you want, come, but whatever. And the truth is, okay, so there's this chick. I just want you guys to hear this chick. This is all I wanted. Yeah. I want you guys to hear. I'm telling you. You see, for me, I would rather just be hated and by some fringe people with stupid ideas, because the majority of people are just tired of this work bullshit. But these people are arrogant and just listen.
In the studio now to react to this breaking news is Samara Gill, host of Triggered, along with historian and commentator Tessa Dunlop. So Tessa, welcome.
This is 100% a feminist. You like I don't need to listen. I don't need to hear what she has to say. This other one looks mannerisms of this
Samara
one.
Gill, host of Triggered, along with historian and commentator Tessa Dunlop. So Tessa, welcome
I don't know if I've seen her. Anyway, let's see.
It's complicated, Andrew Tate, because
It's
I
not.
can't quite get my head around why we have to go through year after year after year of his name and his brother's name and all these lurid allegations, and nothing ever seems to come to the point of a criminal conviction. And in fact, today we hear the news that a whole slew of charges against them have now been dropped from one of the two British police forces taking action against them. What is your view?
My view is I've never heard you give so much space to an individual on your Uncensored programme. Oh, to speak in such an
No, he's famous. He gets numbers. Like, you see, peaceful interaction.
unfettered fashion and not be interrupted. But more specifically,
hang on. Just to be clear,
like, what is this passive aggressive behavior these feminists have all the time? Like, what the hell? Overrated pieces of shit. Like, what? Why are you so nasty all the time and you expect people to be nice to you? Absolutely not. For me now, I have zero tolerance. Zero. You come with your snarky and your sneering and your stupidity and your fake ideas and your lies. So we dismiss it.
Only literally like 10 days ago.
She's already turned me off. I can't stand this.
What I think are his pretty odious views about women's place in society. But
they're not odious. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? He can't just give. There are so many women who just want to stay at home. They have a rich husband who takes care of them. He has a number of them who you take. Like, what are we doing here? What is this pretense? Like, this small group of women, the ugliest ones. That the ones who go away. Don't care.
To have those views, right? But the question for me is he a criminal? Because
Andrew Tate platforming himself there,
it's different.
quickly, 2 seconds, Andrew platforming himself there as a victim. It is well known that it might not be well known, but it should be well known. In 2024, only 3% of the rape cases reported to the British police resulted in a charge.
So what? That is totally inconsequential to this particular case of this particular individual. You see, and most people make such arguments. They're not good arguments. It is an individual who's accused of this thing. Is there evidence to suggest the accusation is true or not? End of story. I don't care about your 3%. And they keep bringing this thing out. Like a lot of these stats they bring up, they have to question them all the time because it's nonsensical.
Let alone a conviction.
Well, what does that have to do with him?
No, because a
Exactly.
lot of what he's being charged for, sex with a minor, sex trafficking, etc., involved.
Yeah, but he's been charged with a lot of those things have been dismissed. What you see? That's the thing. Then the smearing of the name is in the accusation, so that it doesn't matter if the full evidence comes out. There are people who will never believe it, even if you're found totally innocent with the video evidence. Even the so-called victim comes on and said, "Yes, I lied." We have seen that people say, "No, she was pressured to say she lied." They will never believe it. Never. They want the hatred to stick. By they, I mean feminists. Yes, I just didn't want to be so people know what I'm talking about. Feminists. This Western white women, leftists, feminists. This is the most vile creature on this planet. Yes, I've seen.
The two key witnesses being the accused.
Not all white women, those conservative ones or those sometimes those Latinos. There's too much flavor. Just leave feminists alone. No, the world will miss nothing. You'll miss nothing. They're not important. Other women don't even like them. They don't even like other women because they are hotter than them.
And the accuser, and it is very, very hard to bring the bar high enough for a criminal case, which incidentally is proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Yes, that you do not just make accusations, you must prove it. So these people don't doubt. That is the Badusha.
Remember, Prince Andrew and the Virginia Giuffre case was a civil case. In a civil case, it's bad.
No, Prince Andrew, that one was just a power play by family. But that guy, Epstein's friend.
Of probabilities. Are you suggesting to me?
You see, all these are inconsequential to this particular one, Andrew Tate, and his accusations. All these are just, poisoning the well. So that just look at here, look at it. No. What about this one? Where they keep people who are very, very motivated to put him in jail, unable to find anything. Either he's excellent at hiding. These days you really can't. If you like the FBI or these police are going, you can't hide, my friend. That's why it's so strange. They haven't found anything. It's as if they're lying. Which I believe, by the way. I think they're lying.
We think, the majority of the British public think that Prince Andrew, for example, is entirely innocent simply because it didn't reach the bar of a criminal case.
All we know about Prince Andrew is that it never got tested in a court of law, in a civil court of law, because at the last minute he gave Virginia Giuffre a reported $12 million to make that case go.
And you see, for me, this is the thing. If you claim to be a victim and you take the money, you're not the victim. $12 million? Well, I guess you're not the victim because you're getting paid. Like $12 million. Let me ask you something. This is another moral quandary. Let me ask you. If you are 16, a 16-year-old girl, underage. Now, forget there are places where 16-year-old girls can legal, whatever. I'm just saying in places where it's not. That 16-year-old girl is offered $10 million. Go and sleep with that old man there. What do you think? Then you offer the same to a 50-year-old. Offer the same to a 30-year-old. The answer will remain the same. Thank you very much.
Away with no admission of liability.
That is not an admission of anything. I'm just telling you a fact. You can go and do with it what you want. I don't like it when people get paid and then the criminals stay on the street. Fuck, we are way, my friend. If you really want, if you guys care about the truth and justice, we have to. Hey,
so again, as a journalist, I just don't think it's helpful for people to take an extreme view about these things either way.
Yes,
we don't actually.
She's not
know
a journalist
for a fact what Andrew's culpability is in relation to any of the accused.
He makes out he's this big victim. it's
No, I'm talking about
baked
Prince.
into-
Sorry, just to be clear, I was talking about Prince Andrew,
Right.
right? We can all have our view of what he did and how
Yes.
he paid this girl loads of money and the tragedy that unfurled
The
when she
key there is
took
it's a civil case.
No, I understand.
Most of these cases are civil
I
because of
understand,
that
but
burden of proof.
I'm making the point. We don't know about his guilt.
Yes.
Prince Andrew.
But
He's
you see, this
resolutely-
is the thing. It lets scumbags off. And that's really what drives me crazy. The fact that anyway, the thing is, I'm also balancing it on this side that just about everyone who would be offered that money will do the thing. So society has to wrestle with such moral quandaries. So if a guy pays, you let him go. He's paid. She took the victim took the money. That's the value of the crime. I mean, I know people will take less, but it is what it is.
and consistently denied any wrongdoing. All we do know, and people can make their own minds up about what they feel about that, is that he gave
That's what
them
I'm
millions
saying.
of dollars to make that case go away, having said, I'm going to clear my name in court. On Andrew Tate, he's faced this slew of allegations. They're all extremely serious, right?
Then-
Everyone has probably got a view about Andrew Tate, which skews...
Because he hasn't paid off, he hasn't said he's guilty, didn't pay any. Because people like you see these ones who settled Prince Andrew settled because he's guilty. Yes, he's guilty. That's why he settled. They knew if they open that, and you see, there's that Epstein thing is so toxic. Even Trump is what I know, everybody. I think there are just too many people who are tied to too many people. Even if you didn't go there, maybe your closest, your best friend or your business partners, like it's just a mark. So that one had to be killed quickly. In fact, that's not a they have $10 million, or 2012. This one is difficult.
They think of him before they even get into these kind of things. You know, he's a very abrasive, bombastic, confrontational character.
And has a
by nature.
voice.
Yes,
None
yes.
of those alleged, let's call them victims, have a voice. None of them have a
No, Andrew, you didn't give Andrew his voice. He created his platform. Shut the hell up. Why do people keep bringing up things you earned? Like it's, oh, he has a voice, yes, so that you guys don't get to accuse him of weird things that he can't defend himself. Public opinion is important in cases these days.
platform on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show.
Yes.
And the way in which he makes out it's something against him that the women are
The
anonymous.
guy gets like millions of views a day on X. Like millions of people see his posts. Like, do people understand what kind of currency that is? Like people like this, they don't like. And then for them, it's the pain that they don't have as much pull as him. They don't understand that the ideas are bad. They're horrible. They don't work for anyone. They don't work for the majority. So we are revolting. So what do you want? You can cry about it. Fine, we'll do content about it. So what?
It's a well-known fact that if you are accused of being a rapist and if you accuse somebody of being a rapist, the victim comes off much worse, which is why
Which well-known fact? What is that? Which fact is that where?
female victims or those accusing men of raping
If you accuse someone, you're not a victim. It's not been proven. It's just an accusation. Women lie all the time. All the time. What are we doing here? Yeah, now, you have to be able to express what you think. Otherwise, you'll be sold a lot of bullshit and you can't question.
are granted anonymity.
Tessa,
it's not him singled out.
Tessa, I don't disagree with you, right?
And it's so tricky.
No, it's bullshit. What do you mean? You know, this kowtowing. Anyway, content creation is difficult. You kind of have to play both sides.
To watch him
I know,
this
fine.
crap,
It-
Piers.
it's-
It's
it-
crap.
No, shit. Like,
It may be
no,
triggering.
you see, this they act like a spill his crap. What crap? He's spilling fucking facts. They accused him. They're dropping the charges. End of story. This agitation is just useless emotional manipulation. It's backed by nothing. There we are. What are the facts? Oh, they accused him of this. What happened? They dropped the charges. Why? He doesn't meet the minimum level standards, evidentiary standards. And
to you.
It is triggering.
But that
as a
doesn't mean
woman.
to say-
To
no.
creature who's
Oh.
a woman.
It doesn't mean to say that.
oh, I was a woman. Such people shouldn't have a platform because they're empty heads. They are systematically dropping the collective IQs of women that they interact with because they only interact with women. Who wants to do research? So we start having dumber kids being raised by such people who can't think, who are just dishonest and corrupt while pretending they're the good ones.
The right way to interview him is to convict him before he's been
No, I'm
convicted.
not
Yes.
convicting
That's
him.
really what you
Yes,
want me to do.
like you see, this is the thing. You speak on one side, no, he's speaking such crap. No, you are claiming you've literally convicted him. You said he's like you say all kinds of things. None of it has been proven by anybody. And the fact that actually people, the weird thing is that people believe governments and police. That's so weird.
You want me to
Well, there are some countries you can't because there are some good police, yes. The thing is, it's not that the society where people are good. If you didn't have police, is when you know who your real monsters are. They'll come out from hiding. Where are the vulnerable?
scream at Andrew Tate
No,
and
I
say,
don't want you to.
you are a
No,
sex abuser.
I question you platforming
But actually, I
him.
prefer not to do
I
that.
question you platforming him when
Do
the
you?
balance.
Why?
Because
You are nothing. You are nobody. Who is you to tell him what to do on his channel? On his go create your channel and not platform him. You only want a piece of him. He's part of his virality. So I'm sure you go to her ex, you'll find she's posted something about him so she can get views and likes from her feminist cohorts.
I think the balance of probability is, and by the way, Romania is a country I know very well.
Well, I know.
Oh, I wonder why Andrew Tate chose to go and establish his business emporium in Romania.
What is this business issue? He has businesses. Like, what are they online? Idiot.
Explain your connection with Romania.
Oh, I've done a PhD on the history. I work over there a lot. I'm married to a Romanian. I know the country inside out. He thought he was on a buy there, an easy wicket.
Yeah, you see, she wants to have it both ways. She wants to say it's corrupt. At the same time, she thought so they're going after him because they are from there. You can't have it always. You ridiculous
And guess what? He
person.
came unstuck. And yes, one of the cases has been sent back. It's under investigation for procedural errors. But a second, much broader case means he's trapped in Romania. Good. That's
Well,
thanks to
okay,
Romania's progress.
good
I'm
because
sorry,
he-
good.
good-
Good because
She's just making up things. He's not trapped in Romania.
I
Hang
think
on,
it stinks.
Tessa. Fine. Good because you hate him. That's
No, I
fine.
don't hate him.
No, that's why you can't take these idiots seriously. Like after all she said before that, now she gets it. I don't hate him. Like, you're full of shit. We all know that. Anyway, she's a feminist.
Don't
sounds like
hate
you
him.
do.
No, I don't
Which
hate
you're
him.
perfectly
but
entitled to.
I don't hate him, but I just think actually there's clearly that whether
She has a thing calling herself goddess over here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's
Be careful what you say.
okay, let's just remember
Stick to
what,
facts.
what he's under
Yeah.
investigation for.
Yes.
Sex with a minor,
Yeah.
money laundering, trafficking. It may well be that he's untouchable, but I'm very glad that Romania's making sure
Okay.
due process is being
Let me bring
done.
some more in. I mean, look,
No, they sent a letter. It said it's actually shown they sent a letter to the British sent a letter to the Romanian police to do the thing. So it's, come on now.
I remember
Why would the British police be so concerned about this? And there's no like, show us the thing, man.
a very recent case of P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay? P. Diddy had an unbelievably huge number of incredibly
Yes,
serious charges.
yes.
And we know how
We also know that a lot of people did willingly for fame and fortune. We are aware. Yes.
that played out in the end. This is why, as a journalist, it's not my position to be an activist who has a view about Andrew.
Yeah, because most so-called journalists, these are just activists and documentary producers. Yeah. That's why, like, a lot of people I have arguments with that people consume mainstream media only. The biggest buffoons on earth. Yes, I've said it. Now what? What? You're buffoons. You believe everything you read up there because somebody's on there saying, "Oh, this year in Iraq, the mass of weapons of mass destruction are here," and you believed it. Anyway, we all believed it. And when you find out it's bullshit, Don't go back to watching that again and believing it. Like,
Either way, these are serious charges.
Yes.
People are making serious allegations.
Yes.
My view is the position to take is to just follow where the facts go.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I agree with you, but a lot of people don't have that.
Hey, I think that to be different. Do you see the discernment? But then I react to this thing arbitrarily, so that.
Perspective. We always see the media and the people.
I saw a clip of her, this feminist. So when I was scrolling, I saw her. She was that I just watched like 30 seconds. She on X, she was talking like I have to.
Being judge, jury, and executioner to people before they have been found guilty. And the issue is, and of today's dropping of the charges of the criminal case, is it's going to strengthen Tate's message that it is a witch hunt after him. The public the politicization of the justice
No, I
system
agree. And by the way,
is out
Tessa,
to
you
get
shake
him.
your head.
Yeah, but you platformed the message.
No,
We
but
didn't need to hear his message if you hadn't platformed him.
You didn't
Like, what is kind of argument? Why are you here? Why do you think you should be platformed but he shouldn't? Oh, you are nobody. He has more followers. And he can get more views. You are nobody. Like, pipe it down, feminists. If this overrated me. No, because NGOs give you free money, you think you're actually good at something. You're not.
I don't need to interview anybody. But he's the centre of a big breaking news story today about
So
him.
you felt it was your public duty to platform him? Did you?
I know, not at all.
No,
I
no.
think it's-
What kind of framing is that? No. He runs a business to report breaking news among many other things and cultural things and movies. He reports on everything, which I want to do, by the way, which I'm doing right now.
interesting to interview Andrew Tate on the day that the criminal charges from one of the two police forces get dropped. I do think that's interesting and significant.
But
Yes,
let's clarify
yes.
why that is, because it's very difficult
No, because there is no evidence.
when you're
We
bringing
know
a
why
rape
it
case
is.
to
Oh,
prove
hang on.
it.
We don't have to clarify it.
As
But
a-
I just leave it to
sorry,
the
no,
message.
No. You see, she's reframing things to suit her narrative. What did the police say? Forget the narrative. The police say, no. There was no
Vast
evidence.
majority of rape
Tessa,
cases don't end up in a
putting aside
conviction.
your obvious bias, we don't have to clarify anything because
Yes.
the Crown Prosecution Service said the legal test to bring criminal charges had not been met. They said we undertook a further review of a case filed in relation to allegations of assault and rape between 2013 and 2015. Following careful consideration of the evidence provided by Hertfordshire Constabulary, we concluded that our legal test for prosecution was not met and that no further action should be
And to
taken.
be clear, Andrew Tate said on your show that the police had no evidence. That was an outright lie.
Yes, that's what it means, idiot.
They had no evidence. They just didn't meet the
He's
evidential bar
entitled
for
to
a
his
murder.
view.
No. That's the language. You see, the evidence could be they knew each other. Yeah, that's it. That's a piece of the evidence of the whole story. But if there's nothing else, then that's not material, is it? These people, either they're very stupid or they're just being intentionally idiotic. It's whichever the case, they don't look very nice.
You're entitled to
And I'm
yours.
challenging his.
You
as
seem
your
to-
friend. He proclaimed himself your friend. Is he your friend, by the way?
He's not a friend. He's someone I interview
You
regularly.
didn't challenge him on that, though, when he
I've
called
never
you.
met Andrew Tate socially in my
Just to,
entire life.
just to clarify.
He can call me what he likes.
Didn't it
Anyway.
bother you that he kept...
Why do you feel the need to defend yourself or your relationship with Andrew to such a thing? Like, Pierce, she can't do nothing to you. These feminists don't even watch you, man. It's other people that watch you. Like, cut the crap, dude.
on talking about your sons. He kept on making a parallel
No.
between himself and your sons.
No.
Like bracketing himself off with all men.
Yes. Because we've seen it. A lot of men have had these accusations made against them, and we found them to be false. Yes, where we are. What do you want? We're not
These
moving back.
poor
my
men
friend.
who are constantly
No,
under
because
attack
this is-
from
well,
women.
I think
Yes, we
it's
are
quite
constantly under
enlightening
attack.
the way you're reacting to this, because you in your head have clearly already convicted
No,
him.
I haven't convicted
have.
him. I was.
Man, why will I have these people on? They're dropping the general. Anyway, we need to know the kind of people we are dealing with in the
You have.
real world
Wait
out here.
until the
You need to understand why these people, when they come around, especially in Kenya with their two NGOs, why they look at us with disdain, especially African men. You need to understand they have a disdain for men. So visceral. They will do anything to make sure you calm down. Lie, steal, manipulate, everything. It's never about a straight up accusation. They have to make up things. And we are not taking that shit anymore. Personally, I've lived half my life. I'm not gonna take shit from the rest remaining. I do what I want and I think clearly. I'm not going to follow people like this who are paid to peddle propaganda that's meant to instigate hate against me as a man. Go fuck yourself. Seriously.
Give him any due process.
I don't want to give him a platform in the meantime. Those women aren't. They're cowering. And
No, they are hiding. Look at this guy, man. I hate this. Anyway, lies.
because they know that if they came out, boom.
But
a
what if
sledgehammer.
they are?
Yes, if you have evidence, show it. Why are you hiding? There's no one who's coming for you if you have the truth. We'll back you if you have the truth. Cut the bullshit.
lying?
Well, if they are lying, due process will make sure that Andrew Tate is
So do you
exonerated
accept-
in Florida, in Romania,
Fine.
in Britain.
Well, the American case is there's no further development on that. That's stopped.
Yeah,
The
it's
case-
it's like. By the way, Florida did not cover themselves in glory over that overreaction. Byron Donalds. Yeah, you showed some simpish bullshit there. Simpish. Kind of that. No, Florida does not welcome. Who are you, nigga? You're a politician. Calm the fuck down.
He's here though. If they're lying, we don't know yet because
No.
the civil case. His
Two
lawyer
cases
says.
now.
His lawyer says here the civil case. It will become clear when people hear the evidence. So let's wait and see what the evidence says. But there's no doubt that the police have concluded after a lengthy investigation
Nothing.
that the evidence that was put forward of a crime has not been met.
That's not unusual in the vast majority of rape cases.
I-
Even
Is it possible that the vast majority of claimed cases, people are lying? What? Why do you want us to assume that men are guilty? Why can't we assume women are lying? Because we have evidence you're lying. Huh?
when they lead to a charge, they don't result in a conviction
All right,
statistic.
Samara.
I think we go down
nonsense.
such a dangerous path when we say, let's deplatform someone who, as of today, as of just your interview right now, he has not been convicted of
Of
any
anything.
criminal wrongdoing. He has not been found guilty.
These guys go to jail to interview serial killers. They don't want, like, shut the hell up. Anyone is given a platform.
Which is-
It's important for society to know how people think, and that's why people are platformed. Idiots.
the big thing. So why are
It's
we
because you're losing the argument all the time to this, the Andrew Tates and everyone else. You're losing the argument and you know it. The governments know it. They can see the numbers. They've scoured social media. They've seen the men have said, hey, especially these Gen Z men have become quite They don't take that shit. And a lot of the older men have grown. They're like, no. You guys, they've been misused by their women for years. They're like, enough. So they're getting more brave. Personally, I just do it. You guys can't tell me what. Like, this is one life, guys. One life.
treating him as if he has been? I think it really diminishes
Yes.
other cases that get brought forward. We really
She looks very nice. I like such proper women. That's the tonic of life. Proper woman, them who have a good head on the shoulders. Yes, I'm sorry. That almost.
shouldn't be doing this. It's a very dangerous
I
precedent.
do think trial
Yes.
by public jury, right, on social media,
Yeah.
trial by media, all trial by media actually, but particularly these days where social media can be so toxic and tribal.
Yeah.
I've watched immediately the way
Yeah, I saw the guys were trying to force us to celebrate people like George Floyd. I remember when we were doing elections. Oh, Aslan Nation, Ruto. Mass movements are just led by. They've been so manipulated. They've joined a tribe they don't even understand. They're just forcing. Because they are manipulated a bit. Man, mass movements. Be careful.
this development's broken on social media.
The thing is, mass movements are usually for the very weak, the bottom of the pile. You know, the people don't understand. They don't understand that their strings are being pulled. They can't see the strings. They think that news they watched was the truth. Kumbe, the news has been crafted for your stupid mind to believe a thing that will get you going to the streets. You miss the whole point and the whole ball while they go and cash in.
what people have done. Andrew
get
Tate
very
supporters
annoyed.
have immediately rushed to falsely claim he's been cleared of all charges.
No. I can't say I'm a yes, I am a supporter of Andrew Tate, and yes, I'm telling you now that I believe all those charges are false, and there's evidence suggests as such. And I know you corrupt, woke idiots will go after people the same as you went after Orange Man the same way. We know all these two actors who decide they're not going to be woke. We see all of a sudden, oh, what, oh, see, 10 years later, oh, he looked at me this way and touched. Come on now. All that, you bring evidence, so I don't believe you. That's the basics standard now. That's for all of us. I don't care whether you like it or not. Bring evidence, so I don't care about your grievances.
right? Including Romania.
Yeah.
Not true.
You've manipulated and destroyed too much. No more. We've let you, and now you've blocked us from everywhere. You woke idiots. And by the way, these men who read this shit, I'm talking to them, not to these females who are there to hand-me-downs.
Doing everything in the UK. Not true. Others have gone the other way, and they've raced to say this means nothing. He's guilty. He's this. He's that.
Yeah.
They're looking at this as a journalist, going, "Why don't we just stick to the facts?
Evidence, yeah.
Why don't we wait and see if
Yes.
Andrew Tate actually, along with his brother, actually ever gets into a courtroom in a criminal case and has a chance to defend himself against allegations? Because if that never happens, if, as he says, the Romanian system clogs this down for years and years to come, the accusers, they're not served any good public service by that. He isn't, obviously, either, but nor are the public, right? The public will never be able to work out whether he's guilty or not.
Do you know,
And that's the whole point. I don't want to listen to her anymore. Oh my goodness. That's the whole point. The whole point is to create so much confusion that we can't decide what's the truth. And right, it requires keen sieving through what evidence exists. If you really take your time and you don't rush to form opinions preemptively, because sometimes you do that naturally because you've had similar experience, similar people, blah blah blah. But a lot of the times, what you've believed for a long time can also just be a plain lie, and you keep on piling one lie after another from the same people that fed you this first lie, and you just get lost. So personally, me, I think I'm doing a public service. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Leave a like on the video for the algorithm. And tafaddal, subscribe to the channel. And, we are trying to fight the war, the cultural war that is, through film. I'm a filmmaker, We are producing a book of cast story which is about African mythology. It's Afrofuturism, it's sci-fi, African legends, mythology, blah, blah. It is. So go to 3D Africa channel, 3D Africa Media. I'm going to put a link down below. Watch our short film, OT Unleashed. Make a contribution. We are in the third stage. Right now, we are raising funds for motion capture and, the acting. Just go do a motion capture, basically the 3D colors. We are going to get the actors who are playing the 3D characters to act out their roles and voice and everything. We have the suits and everything. There's a guy in OST there. Top. So we are raising 500,000 Kenya shillings for that process as we move now to the penultimative stage of post. Now, after we get motion capture, now it's the post-production of all that. So, yeah. Otherwise,